have a special guest here today, Dixie Longate.
Hey there, darling. How are you?
I'm doing great. And
Good.
Dixie, you've got a show.
I do.
Dixie's Tupperware party. It's at the McDavid Studio across the street from Bass Hall.
Yes.
You've been here for a few weeks and you're finishing up your run
This is
here.
my last week. Yeah, I've been for this 4-week run, and so I have one more week, and then I gotta get out of town because people need food storage all over the country. So I'm traveling all the time to make sure that people's food storage needs are met because I'm a giver. Can't help it.
So you just have a chance Wednesday through Sunday to catch you. Can you tell us a little bit about your show?
Yes, of course. Well, as you said, it's Dixie's Tupperware Party, and it's a show. I've been touring all over the place. I started in New York City with it. Well, I started doing Tupperware in people's living rooms back in the day as part of the conditions of my parole. It's a whole story. But then a friend of mine said, you should do this on stage. It's real fun. So I put it together, took it to New York, developed it off Broadway, and then that show led to the tour. And so we started touring in 2008 with the show. And I've been all over the world now. I've been to different countries I didn't even know had food, talking about the great food storage. And it's amazing. And it's just so fun. So the show it's a Tupperware party on stage where there's games and prizes and raffles and all kinds of fun and interactivity with the audience. But then it's a real sort of uplifting story. It's a story about empowerment and what you can do, sort of pulling yourself up from the bootstraps. So I talk a lot about Brownie Wise, who was the woman who created the original Tupperware party, who then went on, like the Tupperware party is the basis for every other direct selling company in the world. So people don't know that it had the roots by this one woman saying, I think this is a good idea. Let's take it off store shelves and sell it in people's homes, and it blew up. It became this huge thing. So it's a little bit of empowerment. So you walk out of the show laughing, having a good time, but also feeling a little bit better about yourself, but really heck on the world.
Oh, that's great. Are there some favorite items here? Is there anything you want to tell us
There's
about?
so much stuff that I love. I just bought a couple of things that I have so much Tupperware around me all the time. And my sippy cups are one of my favorite things. So when you're like drinking and driving, you don't spill. If you hit a goat or a baby or whatever, you won't spill, which is always nice. And it's ribbed for your pleasure, so you can hold on to it, which is helpful when you're driving. And different things. We have things to keep your fruits and vegetables fresh. And in Texas, because everybody loves their steers and their cattle and their beef, we got the meat marinator, which has been around forever, and everybody loves this thing. And I pull it out at the program, and everybody their jaws just drop up, and they're like, "Oh my Lord, someplace to marinate my meat without it getting all messy and sloppy." And they go crazy. So we have all this great stuff. A lot of people think Tupperware is just bowls. They just think it's the stuff that their grandmama had, and it has developed so much. The reason the company's still running after 65 years of being in business is because the stuff is so good, and they're always changing it to be relevant with the people's needs today. And people being faster and not needing to spend as much time in the kitchen and doing stuff we have in their lives. So this way we make stuff that caters to everybody's life, and it's fun. So you'll come to the show, you'll learn about the Tupperware, and you'll laugh yourself silly.
All right, and so people can actually buy the Tupperware at your show.
Everybody gets a catalog and order form at the show, and then they can follow along. And if they want to, at the end of the party, they can come out and get Tupperware. It's a win-win. That way, they can go home with good memories and having laughed, and then also some creative food storage solutions. Isn't that fun?
And I had to say also, I admire your dress. Where did you find this?
I actually made this. This was fabric was at Joann Fabrics, and I said, "Oh my Lord, I love that." And this lady said, "Oh, you can make oven mitts or aprons." She said, "What are you gonna make?" I said, "The day I make an oven mitt, so they won't jump off a bridge. You can get them at the Pick and Save for $1. I'm not going to spend that much time making an oven mitt. I need to make a dress for church." So I made this, and I love it. It's so pretty. And then every time I see the Cowboys, it just makes me all tingly. It's so funny. I love it, but it's fun,
Absolutely. So do you have any personal favorites or anything that you recommend for the summer? The summer's coming up in Dallas.
The summer's coming up, and I love this for the summer because it's a little corkscrew, and it's so simple because everybody drinks during the summer because you got to keep yourself hydrated because it gets so parchy, And so what you do is you put this on the top. You're not even going to take the foil off the bottle. You put that on the top, and you just screw this down. And when you screw it down, it screws into the cork and pulls the cork right back up as you keep screwing. It's crazy. It's like one simple action, and it's done. You're ready to drink before that light turns green on the thing. It's good. I like it. So it's one of my favorites. And also good for the holidays because it's a great stocking stuffer for the kids or whatever. It's really nice. It fits right in the glove box, right in the wherever you need it to fit because it's so streamlined. Right in the purse, so you have one when you're out with your
Right in
friends.
the
And you're like,
purse,
we need to open a
absolutely.
bottle of wine. You pull the bottle of wine out from wherever you have one stashed, and then you pull that out of your purse, and everybody wins. There's just amazing stuff. There's so much of it that I love. It's almost hard to pick like one piece that I love, and everybody has their favorite. You know, because remember when you was a kid and your grandmama had Tupperware, and she'd write her name on the bottom in a Sharpie, so that when she'd take it to, you know, an event, that she didn't want people to take her bowl, so that way she identified her bowl. People have that relationship with their Tupperware because they went to a party, they know where they got it, and they have a special relationship with it, which is different than just going to the grocery store and grabbing something off the shelf. This way you sort of have a memory of it that's associated with it, so people take better care of it, and that's why it's such good stuff lasts forever. I love it.
So people come to the show, and you will be giving them all
I'm here to help.
You're there to help.
I'm a giver. I'm a giver. I can't help it. I do what I can.
And you just got to be there. Just
You got to be. It's one of these fun things, and we have people that come back again and again and again because the show changes all the time. Because based on, you know, who's at the party, who's coming up on stage, and different things that are happening, it's different every single time, and that's what's fun. So people keep coming back and say, "I saw it last week, but I brought a bunch of my friends with me, so they're going to have fun again." So I love that.
That's great. So we got to catch you now. You're just here Wednesday through Sunday, and after that, you're off to.
After this, I'll go off. I'm going to be in LA for a minute. I'm going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm going to be in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm going to be all over the place. Yeah. And then I'm coming back this fall to world premiere a brand new show at the McDavid called Never Wear a Tube Top While Riding a Mechanical Bull and 16 Other Things I Learned While I Was Drinking Last Thursday.
Wow.
It's
that
a long
sounds like
time.
good advice, Dixie.
It is good advice.
I'm going to have to write that down so I remember that.
Oh, you have to come. It's fun. And so we open on the 11th of November. We're here just for 2 weeks, so it's a real short one, but we're launching the whole world premiere of the tour right here.
Okay,
So
so you want to
excited.
party with Dixie Longate's Tupperware party
Come on.
at the McDavid Studio Wednesday through Sunday in Fort Worth, and you can check it out at basshall.com.
Yes, we'll see you there.
Thanks so much.
Give me some sugar.
Okay,
Mwah,
thank
so
you.
sweet. Thank you, Miss Nancy.
Thank you, Dixie.